Sorry for the darkness. I had to come in the car, make a quick little video. It is May 7th, 2021. My wife makes cakes. That's what she does for a hobby. You know, it brings a little income into the house, and that's fine and dandy. You know, when I got married, I told my wife, we don't do your money and my money, because we are one. We are married. And it might be a time where I got to support the family financially. But it may be a time, something might happen to me, and it may be a time where you got to support the family financially. Two is better than one. So yes, my wife works, got a nice job. I work, I got a nice job. We put all our money in one pot. We pay all our bills in one pot. I don't control my wife. I don't control the money. You know, she's free to buy whatever she wants to buy, long as it's reasonable. You know, long as our bills is paid, long as whatever trips we're planning or anything, birthdays, holidays, whatever we're planning and all that's taken care of, I don't care. She gets her nails and hair done like any woman does. We don't have financial problems. God done provided us and gave us enough of what he believes we deserve, what we need to have. Every time we talk about money, the enemy comes out. Like I said, bills is always paid. She could buy whatever she wants to buy. She could do whatever she wants to do. Even with the extra income, I don't never say, well, give me the money, let me hold on to it or anything. Now, she has her own bank account. Before we got married, she still got her bank account. I had mine, I still got mine. But she has access to mine. I have access to hers. She got the apps. I got the apps. So anytime she wants to check the bank account, she can. Anytime my wife asks me about finances, I let her know. I show her. I show her the bank statement, because I don't withdraw money. My money, my checks gets deposited in my account. Her checks get direct deposited in her account. So it's not like we have paper checks and, you know, I cash my check and then I put whatever I want to put in the account. And she got access to everything. I got access to everything. It ain't, you know, when you start keeping secrets from your spouse, you're living in a demonic realm. That's what the enemy wants you to do. He wants you to keep secrets. If it's finances, if it's some type of activity that you know ain't godly, you know, and you're living in secret, you're not supposed to live in secret. You don't never step into the demonic realm. You know? But every time I bring up money when it comes to my wife, the enemy will come out. Simple questions. Like tonight, I'm looking like my wife done baked about 15 cakes. 3 or 4 different types of cakes. So they all got different prices. You know, this is something that she's been doing. So I asked her, hey, how much money did we get for all these cakes? I don't know. Huh? Like, what you mean? Like, you telling me I don't know? I'm like, well, just give me an estimate. I'm not asking for the direct, figure. Just give me an estimate. 300. I'm looking like, okay, I know for the minimum, each cake is, $25. But I see more than $300 worth of cakes, just estimating. You know what I'm saying? So she says, well, some people done paid already. Some people's going to pay later. I didn't ask that question. I asked a simple question that pretty much needed a simple answer, and I wasn't even asking for a direct answer. How much was the cakes? And for her to say 300, it was kind of like, let me just shut you up. And I don't like to feel like you're shutting me up. Like, it should not be I'm not saying, hey, you're writing these cakes down. You know who your orders is. You know how much money you just made off these cakes. But for some reason, she had a problem trying to tell me. See, because this money don't go into the account. This money goes on, on some other cards that she has. But I don't trip. I don't really trip on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't be adding up cakes as she go. But if I ask, you should be able to tell me. Because the whole thing of me asking 20 minutes ago is because she wanted me to pack the car up. So I'm like, okay, cool. No problem. But then she wants to tell me, the enemy always want to come with stuff that ain't true. Well, when I ask you about money, you don't say nothing to me. No, that's not true. The truth is, I show you. I tell you, you have the app. You know the passwords. You got your own password for the app. I show you even if she don't, I pull up my phone and I go back from the time I got paid, and this is where this money went, and this is what the balance was afterwards, and this is what this money went, and this is the balance afterwards. I do not make moves when it comes to money without my wife knowing. Unless it's like a gift for her. I'm not going to tell her, hey, I bought you this perfume, so, I'm taking this money out to buy you some perfume. Like, no. If it's a gift for her, Mother's Day, Christmas, birthday, I don't really tell her. Now, anything for myself, if I buy something for myself, I let her know. Like the other day, I wanted to buy a shirt. I said, babe, can I buy me a shirt? Little $25 shirt. She said, yeah, go ahead. Because I rarely do much for myself. I ain't one of those guys that be like, okay, I know she's getting her hair and nails done, so when she gets that money, I get the same amount of money to do whatever I want to do. No, I don't work like that. But we done had that argument before, and I'm like, when I do get something, trust and believe, I might not get it in that month, but I probably done saved up and know that our finances and everything is good. So if I want to get me some shoes, I still run it by her, and I make sure I get those shoes. If that's what I want, or a watch, something. Shirt, clothing, cologne, whatever. Man stuff. But I don't drink. I don't smoke. We don't drink. We don't smoke. So I don't gamble. I'm not supposed to be gambling. That's what the word tells us, not to gamble. I don't gamble. God provides us with everything that we need. But like I said, she hits me with you don't show me the money. I'm like, no, that's not true. And then it's, I'm like, every time I try to talk to you, I don't want to talk about it, or I can't talk about it. Like, if it's anything, let me remind y'all, just the other day, spiritual fight that I had with my wife. Enemy still lurking somewhat. From some comments that she said. Y'all don't know how hard this is to Love someone that you believe is not giving you the equal love that you give to them. And you know you're not. Or when they disrespect you and call you names, and you got to know who you're fighting against, and you're not supposed to let it affect you. You don't know how hard this is not to yap back and say something smart back, or call them something after they done called you something, and you got to bite your tongue. Because you don't want to show the enemy that he got you at a level now. Because I'm the one that's more spiritually grounded than my wife. So I don't want to sin, because God knows that he knows where I'm at spiritually. He knows where she's at spiritually. So he's going to hold me more accountable than her. See, I could go ahead and do the tit for tats and be mad and hold grudges and don't want to talk and, don't want to, be intimate and don't want to be affectionate. Like, I could do the same thing. But that's what the enemy wants to do. He wants me to get to that point. Like I said, man, in past videos, it's not a marathon. I mean, it's not a race. It's a marathon. He wants me to crack. And it's hard. It is hard. It is so hard. Only a few of y'all would know what I'm talking about. It is so hard to continue to try to live righteous in your marriage and not cut below the belt when the other person is cutting you below the belt. See, the enemy wants me to get upset that I call her out her name, that I damage or punch a wall or get in my car and, get to driving fast. Next thing you know, I'm in an accident. I kill somebody or I hurt myself. He wants me to feel like, oh, okay, I'm not getting the affectionate, so go search for it somewhere else. Go talk to somebody that's gonna talk to you sweet. Like, that's what the enemy wants. He wants to lead me into a place where I'm a sin. But I gotta stay mentally strong and know who God is and know that he's gonna give me the strength to withstand the enemy's tricks. And to continue to love my wife. Like, I can't just be mad at her, like just to be mad at her. Like, I gotta let it go. Show them I'm not mad. Give God the praise. But I'm still human, and it's hard, people. It is very hard. To the point, my wife didn't want to help pack the car. She's the one that asked me, but then she didn't want to help pack the car no more. Then she's saying stuff like, well, I just won't make cakes no more. I never once said, I don't want you making cakes. Well, throw the cakes away. I never once. Why would you throw the cakes away that you've been working on for the last 2 days? All day. Why are you even saying things like this? I didn't say nothing about throwing the cakes away, not make another cake. Like, yeah, the money helps us out financially. It's extra money. Any extra money is going to help us out financially. But you're that much in your feelings because your husband asked you how much money you're bringing in on these cakes, on this order. And you don't feel like you're making it seem like you don't know, or you can't give me a nice round park figure. But then I'm wrong for being like, why you can't tell me? And then I'm wrong because I'm like, why I can't never talk to you about certain things? I try to watch videos with my wife. She don't want to watch videos. She don't want to read the word. She don't want to pray. She don't want to do nothing. This ain't my wife. This never was my wife, because the woman I got married to did all that. But when you have a stronghold that God talks about in the Bible, this is what you deal with. And the only way you can break a stronghold, that person have to follow God's word. How do I know? Because I once had a stronghold on me. And I had to follow God's word for God to change me, to renew my mind, to renew what I thought and everything I was thinking, and started doing things God's way and not Rashad's way. And then boom, that stronghold is gone. And then that's why the enemy comes after me. Because he knows I know a whole lot. God done shared a whole lot of secrets with me. God done showed me and revealed me what he wants me to do. And I'm supposed to spread this word to all y'all that's listening, so y'all can have a better understanding on who you're fighting against, and their games and their strategies. So if you're going through the same thing, you'll be more equipped by hearing it from someone that's already been through it. I'm going to end my video right there. I'm not going to really go super long, but the good fight continues, man. I'm just continually trying to fight. My only advice, follow God's word. Take whatever you think out of your mind, what you think about the Bible and what you already done read, and ask God to give you the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and clear your mind and renew your mind.